I think eloquent. I think probably short. Am I allowed to say short? Look, it's a real pleasure to be here tonight, and look, I've been super impressed with some of the speeches. So, and you know, at one point I thought I was going to have to follow Kira, which I thought, you know, it's always good to follow an underachiever, right? You know, just one thing I did want to pick up that's just sort of separate to what I wanted to briefly talk about was the whole piece around diversity and inclusiveness. And I guess as a leader managing teams and managing people, the selfish part of me always says that diverse thinking and people with diverse experiences sitting around your table makes you make better decisions. So there's an element of me that purely based on selfishness that drives that for me. So, and that's women, that's people with an Indigenous background, that's people with a different set of experiences, that's people who are new to our country. It's a whole raft of things. So I think it's a fantastic call out. I think we can afford to be a little bit selfish about it because then we make decisions and we make change. And I think to Francois's point, a really big part of that is sometimes a simple small change is enough to create that. And you know, I have an expression that runs through my mind from an old mentor of mine. Says that, you know, the difference between a lone nut and a leader is that first follower. So you know, sometimes it only takes that one or two little points of inspiration. So thank you. Well, it is a privilege to be here tonight. Look, I'm not going to talk too much about Ventia, and I'm not going to give the too paid for political kind of piece around Ventia, but look, I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on who Ventia are. And look, we've been involved with AWA for a long time, and you know, I think somebody said to me sort of near on 20 years, which is a fair association. And we've had many long years working for a lot of utility companies in Australia. So, but just to give you a little bit of background, and I will keep it short. You know, we do have a very proud history of providing critical infrastructure to customers in Australia, New Zealand and New Caledonia. Our water business in particular specialises in servicing large water utilities and desal plants across the whole project life cycle. We're heavily involved in all assets from construction through to sewer and pipeline, asset management, operations and maintenance. Just as a sort of a critical point of reference around two significant contracts that we are heavily involved is Sydney Water and the other one is Yarra Valley Water. So two very points of pride for us as an organisation. Look, the one thing that I probably did want to draw upon that probably hasn't been touched upon today, but I think comes through is around innovation and technology. So as a group, you know, we're particularly invested in technology and we invest heavily in technology and where you draw the line between innovation and technology and just doing smart things. But one particular area that we are particularly trying to push very hard on in the water sector is around the Internet of Things. So we have a branded product, we're pushing hard into that. We're particularly pushing hard to ensure that technology is low cost, easily implementable and makes a difference for us. But I think it sits consistently with the themes that I see in the sector. It's a very innovative sector, and I'm sharing some differences that I've observed in other sectors just around the table. That, you know, I think the one thing that the water industry is particularly is innovative, and innovation being whatever those dimensions of innovation look like, whether it be how we impact on community, how we drive the implementation of technology, how we lower the cost of service to our prime customers, how we improve efficiency and productivity. So, look, it is very much our privilege to sponsor tonight. I love the vibe in the room. I think it is the vibe. Thank you very much for creating that, and thank you for the opportunity to sponsor tonight's dinner. Thank you.